doing today?
Great.
Great. Awesome.
I'm going to start with, you were here a few years ago for Runaways for Sundance, and I think that you have a second home here in Park City with the amount of movies you've had. So for both of you, what does it mean to be back here at Sundance and premiering your movie here?
It's good. It's always
fun.
really fun. Yeah, it's always really fun.
Always a good time.
Bobby, I'm not looking.
I'm just like thankful that this place exists personally for me, because it's definitely been always important in whatever I've been working on. So it's the sixth film here. It feels pretty cool.
Well, for both of you, talk a little bit about what was it about this project that wanted to. Let me actually take a step back. Most of the people who are watching this will not have seen the movie, and rather than me explaining in a one-liner, I would really prefer if you guys say what is it about and who you play.
I think the best thing to talk about the movie is like the vibe and the energy, and it's about young females and their friendship and the struggles of figuring out who you are, and being honest with yourself and the people you love, and your friends being your sisters.
Yeah, I mean, it was the same thing for me. It's kind of about just growing up and dealing with it's hard enough to just like grow up and be a whole human being, and then you're dealing with things that are flying in from all over the place, whether it be guys or family or friends' families. Like it's really tough, and I think that a lot of times movies about young girls are focused in on like one particular thing when that really isn't how it is. It's a lot of things that go into it, and that's why, I mean, for my character, she's so conflicted and going through so much underneath it all, and so yeah, I mean, I wanted to portray that, and I could also relate to that.
I think one of the things that's really cool about the movie is that it doesn't like Hollywoodize anything.
Right.
It's like real life stuff. How much from when you got the script to what we all saw on the screen here at Sundance? How much changed along the way?
Well, I mean, Naomi was the first one to say, I don't know how you ladies talk with your friends, so let's modernize it together. And that's what we did. And it just kind of, I don't know, it started off with what it was on the page, and then it was just kind of elevated to our personalities, or what we thought our characters' personalities were, and we just goofed off a bit. And
yeah, I mean, the core of it to me is still very much the same.
Yeah,
like when I saw it for the first time last night, and even though things were had changed around or were different, I recognized it completely.
Yeah.
And it was what I always knew that it could be or should be.
I'm curious for both of you. Every actor prepares for roles differently. What's the most research or things that you've done to prepare for a role? Like, what's the most you've ever done? And let's start with that.
I guess I've only done now one book into a film, and that was really awesome to be able to use a primary source of a novel from an adapted screenplay, and then so that was for a period piece called Trez, and I don't know, that just researching a time period, researching the author, researching all that stuff was fun for me. The research that goes into it, I guess.
For me, the only thing I've ever I don't really like doing a lot of research for things. I kind of, the script is what I go by, and I focus on that, and I think other things kind of hinder me, or I think maybe could hinder me, so I don't go there. But I've definitely had to be a competitive swimmer in a movie that I did, and Tony Scott wanted me to actually win the races. Like, he wasn't gonna have the other girls slow down for me, so I had to train for that, for real.
That's so cool.
And I had to play the piano, so I've done kind of physical or talent things that I've had to learn how to do.
Acting question. Some actors prefer the two-take method of Clint Eastwood, and some love the David Fincher method of tons of takes. For both of you, what do you prefer doing?
I don't care. I care more about what jives well with the group, and whatever is happening between the director and the cast and whomever else is involved. I think it's a team effort, and so you just try and find a mutual ground.
For me, I've never really done like the 75 take way. I've never experienced that, so I don't know. But I just did a movie with Kelly Reichardt, and she does like 1 take, maybe 2,
Love that.
maybe 3.
There's also like a sense
And there's
where like
such a like.
you feel like they're really confident in your own work by
Oh
being able to
yeah,
say, let's
it's
move
like
on.
so empowering. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? And it makes I trusted her so much. And the movie, talk about like realistic. That movie is. I mean, her movies in general. I don't know if you're familiar with her movies, but I mean, they're like as real as it gets. You know? And she's like, if you mess up, like sometimes people mess up in life, and it's fine. And I was like, all right. So it was pretty cool. It's like very spontaneous.
I'm curious. A lot of actors can't watch themselves on the screen. Like they'll go to the premiere and introduce, and then right out the theater. Can both of you watch yourself on screen? And I'm also curious about playback on set. Do either of you use that to?
I've had to for some things just because I was trying to figure out maybe like a note or an eyeline or something. Like if it's something I'm not understanding, yeah, I'll gladly watch it. What was the other question?
About being in a, like, do you watch yourself on screen?
Oh
Or,
yeah.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, I'm starting to get to the place where I kind of am like, oh God, whoa, really? I'm gonna do that? I'm gonna go watch it, and then the movie starts, and I like, hopefully, if it's good, you kind of get lost in it, you know. So, and I have such a strong curiosity for how everything turned out that I can never deny.
It's also nice to be in an audience.
Yeah. What was the other question? What was the other?
That,
watching playback on set.
Oh yeah, no, I don't. I only ever did that when I was making War of the Worlds, and it was like, you have to see how cool this looks.
Right.
You know what I mean? I was never watching like a performance. It was like, you know, about the
green screen
explosion
yeah.
and how amazing it turned out, like something like that.
When you guys are reading a script, how soon do you know you want to inhabit a character? Do you have to wait till the very end to see where it goes, or sometimes is it a lot
20
sooner?
pages.
Yeah, for me it's like it's just a like gut reaction, and I always like, I kind of just sit back and think like, am I doing this movie? And if my like mind says, yeah, of course you are, then you know it's right. You know what I mean? I think it's very instinctual for me. And if you have to think about it for too long, it's probably not right.
Yeah, I usually want to stop reading things after 20 pages, but then if I think that there's like another reason to keep going, like whether it's someone you want to work with or whatever, you just kind of give it an extra shot by continuing to read.
I definitely want to, before I run out of time with both of you, we're entering 2013 right